17 reasons to move to Costa Rica. Hey, I am Muriel from the Sunshine Family, and this is the video that I will share my personal 17 reasons to move to Costa Rica. So if you're looking into living abroad, moving with your family from wherever in the world, I came in 2018 in October together with my husband and two kids to Costa Rica as an expat, and it has been an exciting venture so far, and I dedicate my channel to sharing everything that I've learned. So I'm here to help you find your information that you're looking for, and I'm dedicated to share everything. And if you subscribed to the channel and hit the bell icon, you see a little square here on the screen. If you hit it and subscribe, you get a notification after hitting the bell icon every time I upload a new video, and that might help you with future topics and yeah, being totally up to date and making informed decisions and getting impressions about Costa Rica. So what I would love to do is just walk a little bit around on my property. We bought property in the area Punta Arenas, the peninsula de Nicoya. We have 5.5 acres of land, and there's lots of mango trees, so it's awesome. So I can walk in the shade and get started with my reason number one why I moved to Costa Rica. And that was actually love on first sight, with a gut feeling of coming home. And that is something that has nothing to do with facts I can point my finger at, but just a feeling. So Dirk and I have traveled a lot in our lives, and for longer than a year, almost 1.5 years, back in 2002, 2003. And we have been to many tropical countries, so as Bali, Thailand, Indonesia, China, you know, India, Nepal. We loved it, but to move abroad to one of these countries, no. But when we came to Costa Rica as a family in 2016, we immediately both felt it, like, wow, this feels right. And we've learned to follow our feelings, our gut, and that's what we finally did. But that is, I will share more reasons why, of course, in my next 16 points. So reason 2 to move to Costa Rica are the epic beaches that you have all around the country. And Dirk and I came from the Netherlands, and we lived close to the ocean near Scheveningen and The Hague. And you know, I always loved the beach, and that would be one of the things that should be there before we moved to move, and that's what we did. So we choose one of the beaches areas near Santa Teresa because of its diversity. You can surf there, it's wide beaches, it's yeah, you can access it easy, and it's just awesome to be there. So my reason number 3 to move to Costa Rica is that it's a Spanish speaking country, also combined with American oriented. So, you know, I didn't speak Spanish before we moved, but I spoke English. So that means that I was not totally, you know, not able to speak with the people. But, you know, Spanish is spoken all around the world, and it was always my desire to be surrounded by Spanish speaking people in order to master a new language. So yeah, it's I think it's a big benefit that our children are also learning Spanish here. So it's like a gift in their childhood that comes to living in Costa Rica as an expat, and why we decided to move to Costa Rica. Talking about that bilingual aspect, my reason number 4 that we moved to Costa Rica with our 2 growing up kids are the excellent expat schools, basically in most of the areas except for really the south. What we see with the school of our kids, and they go to the school named Futuro Verde in Cobano at the peninsula de Nicoya and the area Punta Arenas, is that they learn English and Spanish, and it is awesome. The school has IB, and it's not just the school, it's also wider support. So it's not just only focusing on learning how to write and to speak, but it's also focused on environment, nature, plants, birds, everything connected to life in Costa Rica. And that with learning and going for 2 languages, and they're very flexible to, you know, to communicate with people from all around the world. That's what we have seen so far, and I think that they have about 26 cultures, people from different countries in their school. So it tells a bit about the diversity of what they have to offer at school, and I think that is awesome. So there's really good bilingual education and expat schools with IB, and I think that's a big benefit. And also this expat schools in general all serve spots from toddler age until 12th grade. So our youngest is 10, he was 8 when he came here, and our oldest was 14 when she came here. They can go to the same school, which is a big benefit, so you do not have to ride back and forth to 2 different schools. And yeah, that is a huge benefit. At the same time, it's an easier way for the children to meet new friends compared to homeschooling. That's why we choose for a school like Futuro Verde. And you know, we work online from home, and having my kids home and that I had to teach them, that would not be an option for me, because you know, one of the reasons that we are able to live here in Costa Rica is that we work 100% online. That's a different topic, but if you're interested to learn how that could work for you as well, just go to the description under my video and click the very first link and follow the steps inside to learn more how it can work for you too, to work fully with your laptop and internet connection from wherever you want in the world. So my reason number 5 why to move to Costa Rica is because of the many wild parks and all the wildlife that you see being in Costa Rica. Just the moment that you enter Costa Rica, you will hear monkeys, birds, and there's so many different species here. So that is actually one of the reasons why Dirk and I choose for Costa Rica, because we wanted to show our kids wildlife, not in the zoo, but you know, in the wild. And the beautiful thing of all is that when the opportunity came along to buy our property, you know, right now they're not here, but we have so many monkeys on our property. So we wake up with the howler monkey sounds, and that is just pretty amazing. I believe that almost 1/3 of Costa Rica is protected wildlife area, and there are many beautiful parks that you can visit, and with that visiting you also support the financial part of keeping those areas pretty and green and protected. Woo-hoo! Go Max! So my reason number 6 why we moved to Costa Rica is because it's extremely expat friendly, meaning, for example, visas. If you want to extend your 90-day tourist visa, it is really easy to extend it, and it's really cheap too. At the same time, like the way that we live here while we are waiting for a residency, it's pretty easy to apply for a residency, so you do not have to do the border runs, which I wanted to explain a little bit, but I also made a video about it. Actually Dirk made it, you can see it somewhere here popping up now, about the visa run. It's easy to do border/visa runs with your children, because there's organized trips that you just jump in a bus in the morning, and in the afternoon or beginning of the evening you come home with your stamps. It's a way of going out of the country and going back in. So it's pretty friendly and easy for an expat to live here, also long term without residency. But it's pretty easy to apply for residency, but then you have to purchase a land more than $300,000, or can guarantee the Costa Rica government that you make an income of more or less $2,500 per month. I'm not pretty sure about those rules, and they change every year, but it's expat friendly, and that makes it affordable, and you know, you feel relaxed about it, being here as an expat without you have residency. And also why it's so expat friendly, it's easy for an expat with a tourist visa like myself to buy property, to buy a quad, to buy a new motorbike, and to buy a car. So I think that's really important, especially when you have a family, you need transportation. You're all able to buy that here in a legal way. So that's pretty awesome, right? Rustig aan! Rustig aan! Reason number 7 to move to Costa Rica. Well, it's the pura vida, relaxed living mode. And personally, I come from the Netherlands, but also in other countries. you might be living in it still right now, you know, it's harsh, 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 rush, rush, rush. It's like it's more stressful way of living. While here in Costa Rica, things don't go really fast, and you can stress about it. We often see it with tourists who just came into town. You see them speeding up with their cars over the dirt roads. It's not really handy. It's actually super dangerous, so don't do that. But you know, when you come in the mode of living here in Costa Rica and you're getting as laid back as the atmosphere is here, you actually live a way more stress-free life. And that is one of our reasons we wanted to escape that box life of, you know, rushing in morning traffic, bringing the kids to school, and then rushing to my job, and just work, rush in a speed of tempo of life. No, we don't believe that life is all about paying bills and running the rat race. That's also, by the way, why we became digital entrepreneurs and why we work fully online. And Costa Rica fits pretty well in it. I'm able to live a pura vida life, work a couple of hours per day on my own property, and live stress-free. So that was my reason number 7. Reason number 8, well, I'm still walking over my own property. We're still in construction. We're renovating the 2 buses. One is the bedroom of our youngest, and one is our own bedroom / office. I think it's pretty neat, right? But reason number 8 is that I need to check my notes. Yeah, it's the same time zone as in the USA. And as a Dutch entrepreneur working online, I always faced a 6 to 9 difference in time. But also, if you want to travel to the United States because you have lots of friends there, or you need to visit healthcare or whatever, you're actually pretty close to the United States, which of course has also benefits. So yeah, being in the same time zone has become a blessing for me because I give a lot of training online. I am a life coach as well, and I do coach people from the United States and Canada, and now I'm in the same time zone. I do not have to wake up in the middle of the night, right? So that is a blessing in the sky. Number 9 is that Costa Ricans are the happiest people in the world, and this is not something that I just make up. There are statistics about it. There are scientists doing the work, and they decided, you know, this is the numbers, and I love to be surrounded by happy people because it makes you feel happy. And this is a happy dog. This is Joey, and we are very happy with him. So reason number 10, now I'm here sitting with my doggy. Hey Joey, you want to say hi? Want to say hi? One of the benefits of working from home, from our own property, is that we can have a dog like this. This is a Malinois, and they're super you know, active, and we have another one and they can run around here, so it's pretty awesome. But the next reason is, you know, Costa Rica has no army. They're very peaceful. They do not anticipate on any war in the world, and there's a chosen president, and you just feel it all over in the country. And of course there is not safe zones, but you know, politically it's stable and they are peaceful, and that's pretty important for us as a family with kids, to bring them, to raise them in a country like this without an army. What do you think? So reason number 11 to move to Costa Rica is because of its diversity of climates. Although it's a tropical climate, but you can choose whether you love the more cooler areas around San Jose and Gracia, or the more rainy rainforest climate type of country near Monteverde, or you love the beach area, the more isolated parts of Costa Rica with endless beaches and no one at the beach, like for example at the peninsula of Osa or the peninsula de Nicoya, where we live. that's pretty rural, and yes, there's bad roads, but also the benefit that you don't really see a lot of expats and tourists also establishing around you. So it's pretty quiet here, and I think that's a huge advantage. Number 12, I already shared it a couple of times. You know, I work fully online. We do not have jobs. We do not have brick and mortar businesses like a restaurant whatsoever. We work fully online as affiliate marketers, and we life coach. I life coach people through a screen. And the benefit of living here is that in many parts of Costa Rica they have optical fiber internet. That's even faster than the internet that we had in the Netherlands, in Europe. So that makes it easy for us to, you know, create an income by making videos, informational products, and just upload and download videos on full speed. And it's a huge benefit. Also here in town in Santa Teresa, many of the bigger good coffee shops have fast internet. So basically I am able to work everywhere in town. I just have to plug in the internet, and that's what I call freedom. But also, when you do not work online, you just want to have a connection with your family, with your friends who are living at the other side of the world. It's easy to FaceTime them, to Skype them, and to have like a video contact like this. So it feels like you do not have to leave the rest of the world. You know, you're still pretty connected. But of course, it is not everywhere in Costa Rica. You have to double check where they have the fiber optic, but in most areas they have it. And when they don't have it yet, they have in general options to have a fast speed internet connection. So yeah, I think that's huge here, to live here. I think we need to cut the grass. Hey, reason number 13 is that the most usual things are for sale here. You can buy it, right? It's not that you move to dark Africa. With all respect, it's beautiful, but you can literally let go of most of your stuff. What you're gonna leave, like what we did in the Netherlands. We came here with each 2 suitcases and a small backpack, including our laptop and our smartphone, of course. But the most basic stuff you can buy here, like furniture, you can buy computers, phones and stuff. It will be a little bit more expensive than in the United States or Europe, but it's available here. So you do not have to stress out that you have to ship your entire house stock. I think it's much easier to just let it all go and to start all over here. But that's our way, how we did it, right? We're more like nomadic minded people, but you know, I can tell you a secret. We stuffed so many new things already in a short amount of time. That's just human, I guess, to get new stuff. But like normal stuff are available here, like clothes. Don't bring too much clothes. You will see just where you're gonna wear 2 or 3 pieces that you took. So you better buy something local here in the fabric that's more comfortable here. But because look, I am sweating because it's super hot here in the middle of the day. Reason 14, healthy food. You know, there's a diversity of food here. Not just the gallo pinto, the rice and bean traditional meal here while we eat as breakfast is super healthy. I actually didn't know, but I start eating it now. I behave like a local because I think it has a reason that especially here at the peninsula, the Nicoya, there's a blue zone. So that's the zone where the oldest and happiest people in the world are living. And I think that's pretty neat to know. We have a lot of fruits, but also besides the diversity of veggies and fruits, there's a big movement here in Costa Rica in a lot of expat communities, but also local communities, is to have organic markets, is to eat organically. So it's pretty easy to find a community, to find shops where you can buy everything organic. And you know, you are what you eat, so eat healthy and you feel healthy and you stay healthy, right? So that's a huge reason. 15 is actually that Costa Rica is a safe country. Of course, there's always unsafe areas, but it's the same in my hometown, The Hague. You know, if you go by yourself through the city park, you know, in the dark, in the middle of the night, you know, it's not smart. You don't do that here either. But in general, it's a safe country. And, you know, where we live, for example, off the grid, there is a street with perhaps 7 families, and it's like super quiet and dark here. And, you know, it feels safe to walk here to the little super in the late evening to go get some little grocery. It's just, it feels right, and I think that it's important when you travel, especially or be an expat with kids, that you want to grow them up, you want to raise them in a safe environment. And yeah, the traffic is pretty safe. Of course, what we say here as expat living, pretending being locals, is that we think a big danger are the tourists with their driving habits, used to where they come from. So we see a lot of tourists causing lots of traffic accident because they speed up on the, in general, bad quality roads here at the peninsula de Nicoya where we live. But if you talk about safety in general, you know, it's a stable economy, it's stable political situation, they're not at war. It is a safe country, and I think that's a big win. We're almost getting to the end of my video, so my reason number 16 is community. There are expat communities and they blend in really well with the local communities, and there are many Facebook groups to find that's part of a community. So if you're looking into you know, moving to Costa Rica, you could do some community research first. Look at the ears of my dog. And I should do the laundry, by the way, it's hanging to dry in the sun here. But community, yeah, there are many communities, and that is helpful to integrate, if you ask me. So school, the expat school is also a community. It's not just school support, it's also expat support, what they provide. And I just found that out after coming here, so after the leap. That's not something that you read on the website, that's something you experience. And also here, for example, in the local community group of What's on Santa Teresa and the Montezuma group, you know, if I have a question about something, like for example, I want to find someone who puts melassa on my dirt road in front of my house because it causes a lot of dust here in dry season, not having it because there's not a real decent pavement here. So I just asked that, for example, in the community group, and I get my answer within an hour of someone who knows more about it, right? So yeah, you always find soulmates, like-minded people, new expats, and I even found my house by posting a hi and just introducing myself message that right after we came from the Netherlands moving here, someone hit me up and said, hey, I built a house, I am building another house, I have a house for rent available for a long-term nice family like you. And I was like, what? So we meet the guy the next day and we made the deal, and we lived there for 9 months, and he's one of our best friends now, all thanks to the community groups. So I think it's pretty awesome to benefit from that as well. Okay, final reason 17, why moving to Costa Rica? Well, because of its non-stop vacation feeling. Literally, since I moved here, since Dirk and I took the leap, and I'm not saying it wasn't scary, of course it was. We had to let go of our lives back in the Netherlands, but I will tell you, you don't never exchange your passport, right? You do not throw away your identity, you stay the same. But since we moved here and live here as expats, we are in a non-stop vacation mode. We feel like we're on vacation, and sometimes we make jokes about it because it's easy to drink a cocktail every day and to behave like a tourist, which is an awesome feeling. But you know, we just have our lives, we work a couple of hours per day online, our kids go to school, and we eat healthy, we work out, we walk on the beach, we surf. Life is just pretty awesome here. How bad is it to be in vacation mode every day, right? So I literally hope to inspire you with my video. I made this video on my property, which is in construction. There's mess everywhere, but I will talk about that another time. There's also so much more to share about Costa Rica, which I will do in my next video. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that now. Hit that little square icon on the screen, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. And of course, also if you want to learn more about working remotely and online the way that we do, hit the first link in the description below, and I'm happy to show you how you can do it too, and you can see if it's the right fit perhaps. So with that being said, pura vida. This was Muriel from the Sunshine Family. See you in my next video. Bye bye.